Hey guys, welcome back. So, in this lecture, we're going to learn what JavaScript is. Actually, now the most important part of a web developer to being a web developer and to learn the actual web development is to apply the logics. So, JavaScript gives us the power to apply logics, okay, in your web page. So HTML and CSS are just a presentation language, so they don't have any kind of language. So you have seen your web pages, a lot of web pages where there are buttons. Okay, so there are maybe some kind of web pages that solves. For example, you can go on Google and search calculator. So a calculator is popped up on the search results on the top, and you can type whatever you want to solve on that calculator and you get the answer. So how that thing works, so behind all those stuff there is JavaScript working. So JavaScript provides logic to your web pages to submit some kind of information. For example, if you're filling out your information on a passport registration website, okay, so you just go and hit some button like submit, or maybe you're using Facebook, then there is a button called login. So these kind of things are powered by JavaScript. Okay, so we're going to learn everything about JavaScript. We will learn how to apply JavaScript in our web pages. Okay, so let's get started. So how JavaScript alters or changes the HTML content in your whole HTML document, how is it is altered by JavaScript. So the basic thing is here, there is a method called GetElementByID. So this name will make you understand, and which is I think more logical to make you able to understand that get element by id. So whatever the id, as we have seen, the id, it is searched in the whole document, okay, in your whole html document, and wherever there is a match. For example, here is id with demo. So whatever the paragraph, your heading, or any other tag in your html document consisting of this id demo will be altered or maybe changed by the javascript. So for example, how javascript do this thing. Okay, so the first thing is document. So your document, okay, your html document, so document dot get element by id, get the element by its id, and the id is demo. Okay, so here is another important thing is inner html. So what is this? So whatever thing is inside between your text, okay, whatever inside between, for example, there is a paragraph written in between the p text. So whatever inside those tags is get altered by the javascript. Okay, so inner html means the inside of that html tag, it is altered by this thing. So whatever is for example, if your paragraph is consisting the id demo, there are lots of paragraph, but one paragraph consisting the id demo. So and we want to change it. Okay, so we just put a dot after this whole kind of calling thing. So this is just basically finding out the appropriate tag in a document. So inner html, just this whole thing, this hello javascript just get replaced. Okay, it altered that paragraph, okay, that specific paragraph in your whole document. Now javascript can also alter the css, your cascading style sheets is also can also be altered by javascript. So to do that, we basically put a style over there. Okay, so style is cascading styles. So okay, so styles is basically applied by your css. We already know that. Now we are changing what we want to change. So we are changing the font size. Okay, whatever the paragraph or maybe any other tag with the id demo, its style is going to be altered. And what the style is going to be altered, so it is the font size. Okay, if you want to change the color, you put the color up there. So font size is going to change by 35 pixels. Okay, and also we can do hiding on our web pages. So for example, we have seen a lot of websites where there is kind of thing, buttons are there and we have to ask to read more or something else. So those things are hidden. So when we press that button, and things that appear magically. Okay, so to do that, this is also done by the style. Okay, so this style dot display, and it is set it to none. If we set it to none, everything is get hide, and if we want to show it again, we just set it this to block, block. Okay, so whatever we want to hide, just put there none. Okay, and if we want to show it again, if we want to show it on the web page, just put a block up there. Next is JavaScript can show elements. So I have told you that just put over block. Okay, you can just do it by yourself, and we are going to see some examples, okay, by reading here. So where we can put javascript code. So there are lots of options like CSS. So we basically apply CSS to inline. We can put CSS to an external file. We can also do allow, or we can also apply CSS in inside the HTML document. So there are things. So that's the power is also given us in JavaScript. So we can put JavaScript in our head, we can put JavaScript in our body, we can put JavaScript in inside directly to the text. Okay, so basic a little bit kind of code in between that text. Okay, so that's what JavaScript is. But the best power that we have seen with the CSS, with external CSS. So here external JavaScripts also have advantages. Okay, so external CSS, we have seen that we can apply that same single file to multiple web pages or to multiple areas. We can apply, for example, if we want to apply certain type of styles on our multiple web pages. For I mean, there's one page, but it consists of a lot of pages over there, and we want to apply a single type of design or style to our paragraphs. So we can do that with the help of the external CSS. So this is same with the external JavaScript. We can put our JavaScript code outside somewhere in a file into the same directory where our the web page document is located, the HTML document, and we put their code and we just call that file inside our HTML. Okay, we are going to see that. For example, there is a short example. So we are calling our script. This is basically right now in the same directory or the folder where is your HTML file right now. Okay, so script and its source is myscript.js and script is closed. So this is the name of the file. Okay, so you put here the name, whatever the name of your file is going up there. Okay, so now what our file consists of, basically this function. We're going to see in later section of this lecture what function is, but for understanding, function is just a piece of a block, basically a block which consists of multiple lines of code. Okay, so we can just call this function and whole this thing is going to be replaced over there. Okay, so this function is just like a packaging of your parcel. Okay, so here this function consists of document.getElementById demo inner HTML and paragraph changed. Okay, we're going to replace this inside. I believe there is maybe a paragraph with p tag and its id is demo, and this thing is going to be replaced. Okay, so JavaScript display possibilities. So how to display data? Okay, we have different ways to do that. So first we have seen the inner HTML that just replaced on our web page. Then we have document.write if we want to write in an output file. Then we can generate our alert boxes using the alert function window.alert. You have seen many times that there is alert if you have not filled correct information, or maybe if you are filling something and it is asking you, are you sure you want to go up, if you want to save this information. Okay, so that is an error box that just appear on the web page. And we can also do our, we can also put this output to the console of the web browser. Okay, so don't worry about it, we're going to see all of this stuff now. These things that the inner HTML, we have seen that document to get element ID, element by ID. Okay, we have seen that. Now document.write. Okay, so this is basically for testing purpose. If you want to test out your web page is going well or not. So then, as I have discussed, alert box and the console.log, I'm going to show you how to use console part. Okay, in your web browser. So now let's go and see some examples. Okay, so this is the very basic first example right here. Okay, let me just zoom in. Now as you can see here, this is our basic document HTML document. Okay, now the one thing that is okay, now here we have our paragraph with the id equals demo. Okay, now this id is assigned to only this paragraph. Now we have a button tag here in HTML and its attribute which define it to be a button, so web browsers understand, hey, now here is a button. Okay, now on click means whenever we click that button, what happens? So it just we put here a very basic JavaScript code. Okay, so document.get element by id demo. Okay, so wherever is the id is set it to demo dot inner HTML, change the things inside the tag, change the things to alter that things with this part. Okay, with this paragraph, as you can see. And what is written on that button? That button consists of click me. Okay, no, just go and watch how this is working. So I'm going to running the file. Okay, now as you can see that here is a heading, what can JavaScript do. Then we have our paragraph. Okay, right now it is not altered, it is not changed because I haven't pressed the button. Okay, so JavaScript can change HTML content. Then we have our what we want to replace with hello JavaScript. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the button click me. Okay, now it is changed. As you can see, it is changed. Okay, I have pressed the button. What is the event? So there is an event on click, not hovering but just on click. It goes and find whatever the tag consists of the id demo and just replace why it is replaced, because there is inner HTML. Okay, so there is this part here, it is saying to the browser, hey, just go and replace this thing. Okay, now I'm going to refresh it and again see that hello JavaScript. So this is your very basic JavaScript example right now. Now I'm going to show you another example. So this example is going to change the CSS. Okay, we basically have defined our CSS in this tag only, and now it's going to change the font size to 35 pixels. Okay, we set our style. We are saying that, hey, now going to change some styling over the web page. Okay, then what do we want to change? The font size. So just going and running. Okay, now you can see that here what can JavaScript do, everything is pretty much the same. Now we're going to change the style. So style is changed, as you can see, is set to the size of 35 pixels. Okay, so JavaScript is quite powerful. Okay, we also do the logics and we will see them later. Now the third example. Okay, so what third example is, here we are blocking, here we are hiding something. Okay, so I will make you understand what is going on. So this is the third example. Okay, now is the funny part. So as you can see, here is the header. Okay, we have our heading and we have our one paragraph over there, but where is the second paragraph? There is no second paragraph. As you can see, there is no paragraph written hello JavaScript. Okay, so there is a single paragraph which is saying JavaScript can show hidden HTML files. Why this is not showing? That's the second paragraph is not showing. Why? Because we have set our style, the CSS, we have set our style to display none. Okay, we have set it to none, so that is why it is not showing on our web page. But if we want to show it on our web page by the user, so we want that user click that button and something is going to appear on the web page. Okay, so this is how we make the web page interactive. Okay, so what we have done. Okay, now let me just put my sketch pen. Okay, now as you can see, here is document get element by id. Okay, and here we have searching for the id of demo. Now style dot display. So here we are replacing, what we are doing here, we are replacing none with block. Okay, So none means do not show this thing over the web page. But block, what does block? So block just replace with none right here, and this thing is going to be showed on the on your web page. Okay, so this is basically is just replacing. We are not having anything which is written as inner HTML, so anything is not going to replace here. But here with the style tag, okay, with the style attribute, we are going to replace this thing right here. So block is coming up here from here. Okay, now let me just clean this. Okay, now we're going to click the button. Okay, now it is showing. Okay, now it is showing. Now let me just change this thing to block and here to none. Okay, now I'm going to refresh this. Now as you can see, it is showing automatically, it is not hidden. Okay, because I have set it this to display block. Okay, so it is showing now. When I click it, it just got hidden because now the none is get replaced. The none is get replaced here with block. I think now you're understanding how JavaScript is working on in a web page. Okay, now we're going to see JavaScript when how we can put our JavaScript in head part. Okay, now what is a function? As I have told you that function is a block, mere a block which consists of codes. Okay, which consists of codes, a long list of codes. Okay, so there here is basically is a single line of code, but we have multiple things. We have our loops over there. Okay, so the functionalities get increased in a function. So this is as same as we have seen previous examples, but here is button tag, which is its attribute button. Now on click event, so we have our on click, and we have here is my function. Okay, so here is my function. So this my function is going to be replaced with this whole part. Okay, this my function is going to be replaced with this whole part. And how to define a function? Just write a function here and then the name of your function. It can be anything. Okay, I'm just writing here is my function. So document get element by id demo, the inner HTML. So this thing is going to be replaced here a paragraph. Okay, let me just show you how it is working. So JavaScript in head part. Okay, now JavaScript in head a paragraph, try it. It just changed. Okay, so this function right here replaced everything from here. Okay, let me show you. So this whole thing is going to be replaced here. So we don't have to write this long thing inside a tag because it makes more complicated our document. Okay, so our HTML document becomes a mess because it consists of CSS right inside it, HTML code, JavaScript. A lot of code is going inside a single piece. So we can do eliminate these things. Okay, we put our script right here inside the head part, and we just and this thing is just get replaced. Okay, so these are some of the things with JavaScript. Now if we want to put our JavaScript inside a body tag, okay, if we put it inside the body part of the HTML, so this is the same. There's the button on click my function, try it. Okay, so we just put the script tags now in our body part. Okay, this is not in head because this is right now not consisting of the head. So we put this thing inside our body part. Now I'm going to see what happens, but this is the same as we have seen previous example. So the previous example is the same, so this is same. Okay, now just try it. It's just changed. Okay, just put the script tag inside the body and it's working. Now the external SCM. So how it is working? Let me just open up the external file. Okay, now as you can see what is going on. So this is our body tag. Okay, so we have our script inside the body, but you can also put this script inside the head part. Okay, so there is no difference. So this script is finding the source with the name file is myscript.js. Here you put the path. Okay, you put the path to your JavaScript file. Okay, now this is the paragraph tag. Okay, Now we have defined our button on click try it, okay, on function. And now we're going to see by running this example external.html try it. Oops, I think I haven't put the file in not right position. Okay. Oh, actually I haven't defined the path. Okay, so maybe it is not working. Let's just see by refreshing the page. Try it. Maybe just give me a second. Okay. Oh, good. I got it. I'm sorry. So the file name is my scripts, not my script.js. Okay. So now you're going to see the problem with the file. So you have to write the right name of your file and the correct path. Okay. Basically, right now this is in the same directory, so there is no problem to put that path. But yeah, I got the problem. So the problem was this. Actually, I have put the wrong name. Okay. Now just going to refresh it and try it. Okay. Now it is changed. So this is how you put your external files in JavaScript and carefully put the right name. Okay. So as you have seen that I have faced the problem while not put the right name of the file. Okay. So the function here is my function document.getElementByID same. Okay. Now this file is going to be replaced here, and that function, this thing is going to be replaced here, and the inner SEO part, this part is going to be replaced here. Okay, so that's how is replacing and the altering, or how we alter a HTML file with the help of JavaScript. You're seeing this. Okay, so that's the power is provided by JavaScript. So in the next section we will see what statements are in JavaScript. So as always, thanks